5 daily practices that build an unstoppable mindset. They say success isn't built in a single day. It's built in the small things we do every single day. The truth is, your mindset is either your greatest strength or your biggest weakness. If you want to become unstoppable, you must train your mind the same way athletes train their bodies, consistently with focus and with discipline. An unstoppable mindset is not something you're born with, it's something you create through daily practice. The power of your thoughts, the way you approach challenges, and the habits you repeat shape the way you respond to life. Today, I want to share with you 5 powerful daily practices that will help you build a mindset so strong, no obstacle can break you. Start your day with a winning routine. How you begin your day is how you build your life. If you want to create an unstoppable mindset, the very first step is to take control of your mornings. Think of your morning as the foundation of a building. If the foundation is weak, the entire structure will eventually collapse. But if the foundation is strong, that building can withstand storms, pressures, and the test of time. In the same way, a powerful morning routine creates mental strength that carries you through the challenges of the day. Too many people start their mornings in chaos, hitting the snooze button, rushing out the door, scrolling through social media, or reacting to problems before their day even begins. This creates a mindset of stress, distraction, and weakness. But the individuals who achieve greatness, athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders, and visionaries understand that the morning is their sacred time. They do not start their day by reacting. They start by preparing, strengthening, and focusing their minds. A winning routine does not have to be complicated or time-consuming. It's not about copying someone else's habits, but about designing a system that fuels your energy, sharpens your focus, and builds your mindset. For some, that may include meditation to calm the mind, exercise to energize the body, or journaling to clear out. For others, it may mean reading affirmations, practicing gratitude, or visualizing goals. The important thing is that you choose intentional actions that feed your mind and body instead of draining them. Even 10 minutes of positive practice in the morning can set the tone for an unstoppable day. Imagine 2 different mornings, one where you roll out of bed late, stressed and distracted, and another where you rise with purpose, focus, and calm. The difference is night and day, not just in how you feel, but in the quality of decisions you make, the way you handle challenges, and the mindset you carry into every interaction. Another key part of a winning routine is eliminating distractions first thing in the morning. Too many people immediately grab their phones and let the outside world dictate their mood. The moment you check emails, messages, or social media, you have surrendered control of your mindset to other people's agendas. Instead, protect the first part of your day as if it were sacred. Remember, your mornings are not just about productivity, they're about programming your brain for success. Science also supports this idea. Studies show that the brain is most impressionable during the first hour after waking up. This means that whatever thoughts, emotions, and habits you practice during that time will have a powerful influence on your entire day. If you start with negativity, your brain carries stress. If you start with clarity, gratitude, and strength, your brain carries focus and resilience. This is why so many high achievers refuse to skip their morning rituals. They know that by winning the morning, they are winning the day. The unstoppable mindset begins with choice. Every morning, you are given the opportunity to decide who you will be that day, reactive or proactive, weak or strong, scattered or focused. A winning routine trains your mind to step into power before the world tests you. Over time, this builds consistency, confidence, and momentum. You begin to notice that challenges don't shake you as easily. Negativity doesn't control you, and your goals feel within reach. Not because life got easier, but because you became stronger, and it all starts with those first precious moments after you wake up. If you truly want to be unstoppable, don't just drift into your mornings. Design them with purpose. Guard that time fiercely, use it wisely, and let it set the tone for the extraordinary life you are building. Feed your mind with positivity. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, and what you put into it every single day determines what comes out of it. Just like your body depends on healthy food to grow strong, your mind depends on healthy thoughts, ideas, and influences to grow resilient. If you feed your mind with negativity, self-doubt, and fear, then don't be surprised if your actions reflect hesitation, weakness, and failure. But if you feed your mind with positivity, empowerment, and wisdom, you will see yourself grow in confidence, courage, and strength. Building an unstoppable mindset requires a daily practice of choosing carefully what you allow to influence your thoughts. The truth is simple. Your life moves in the direction of your strongest thoughts, and your strongest thoughts are shaped by what you feed your mind. Every day we are bombarded with information from news, social media, television, conversations, and even the self-talk in our own heads. Most of it is negative, bad news, gossip, complaints, criticism, and fear. If you consume this without awareness, it begins to program your mind into believing the world is hopeless, your dreams are impossible, and that you are powerless. This is why so many people give up before they even begin, because their minds have been poisoned by negativity. But unstoppable people don't allow this. They protect their mental space with the same intensity a warrior protects their shield. They filter what they consume, and they intentionally choose to fill their minds with content that inspires, educates, and strengthens them. They understand that the battle is won in the mind first, and that means guarding their thoughts like treasure. Feeding your mind with positivity doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending challenges don't exist. It means training yourself to see opportunity in difficulty, growth in failure, and hope in adversity. It means surrounding yourself with voices that lift you higher rather than drag you down. Read books that spark wisdom, listen to motivational talks or podcasts that push you forward. Engage in conversations with people who encourage your vision, not those who try to shrink it. Replace gossip with learning, complaining with gratitude, and criticism with curiosity. This doesn't just change what you think about. Over time, these positive inputs shape your belief system, and your beliefs shape your destiny. One powerful practice is affirmations, deliberately choosing positive words to reprogram your subconscious mind. When you speak affirmations like, I'm capable, I am resilient, I am unstoppable, you are planting seeds of strength into your mental soil. At first, it may feel unnatural, especially if you spent years speaking negativity over yourself. But just like a seed takes time to grow, your affirmations will eventually take root. Combined with positive influences, uplifting books, mentor, inspiring role models, your inner dialogue begins to change. And once your inner dialogue changes, your outer results follow. Imagine this. Two people wake up in the morning. One starts the day scrolling through negative news, complaints, and arguments online. The other starts by reading a few pages of a book that inspires, writing down 3 things they are grateful for, and listening to a motivational message on their way to work. By the time both face the same challenge, the first person is already drained, fearful, and reactive. The second person is calm, hopeful, and solution-focused. Why? Because one fed their mind with poison and the other with power. The reality is that your mind is always eating. It's always consuming something, whether consciously or unconsciously. So the question is, are you feeding it strength or weakness? If you want an unstoppable mindset, you cannot afford to starve your mind of positivity. Each day, make it a non-negotiable habit to give your brain something that fuels your growth. Protect your mental diet like you protect your body's diet. Say no to toxic conversations, negative influences, and self-destructive thoughts. Say yes to words, ideas, and habits that lift you. Over time, you'll notice that your mind becomes naturally stronger, your thoughts more resilient, and your outlook more hopeful. That is the power of feeding your mind with positivity. It is not just a practice, it is a discipline, a lifestyle, and the foundation of an unstoppable mindset. Practice mental discipline through self-talk. The voice inside your head is the most influential voice in your life. It speaks to you all day, every day, and it shapes the way you see yourself, the way you see challenges, and the way you act. This inner dialogue, your self-talk, can either be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. For many people, that voice is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity. I'm not good enough. I'll never succeed. This is too hard. When you allow those thoughts to take control, they slowly destroy your confidence and sabotage your potential. But here's the truth. You are not powerless against that voice. With mental discipline, you can retrain it, reshape it, and turn it into a weapon of strength instead of weakness. Practicing daily self-talk discipline is one of the most powerful tools for building an unstoppable mindset. Think about it this way. Every word you say to yourself is a seed. Negative words plant seeds of insecurity, and positive words plant seeds of confidence. Over time, those seeds grow into beliefs, and those beliefs drive your actions. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't do this, your mind will look for reasons to prove you right. But if you consistently tell yourself, I can handle this, I'm strong enough, and I will find a way, your mind will also find ways to prove you right. Your self-talk becomes your self-fulfilling prophecy. That's why mental discipline is essential. It's not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing a perspective that empowers you to act with courage and determination. No matter how tough the situation is, self-talk discipline begins with awareness. You must start listening to the words you say to yourself. Too often, people are so used to negative self-talk that they don't even realize how much it's controlling them. Pay attention. When you face a challenge, do you say, this is impossible? Or do you say, this is difficult, but I can learn from it? When you make a mistake, do you say, I'm a failure? Or do you say, I messed up, but I'll grow stronger because of it? The difference between these two responses is massive. One locks you in weakness, the other builds resilience. The first step to mental discipline is catching those negative thoughts before they take root and replacing them with words of power. Affirmations are one of the most practical ways to reprogram your self-talk. By repeatedly speaking positive, empowering phrases, you begin to overwrite years of negativity. At first, it may feel awkward to say, I'm capable, I am worthy, I am unstoppable. But with consistency, your brain begins to accept those words as truth. Neuroscience proves this. Our brains are wired to create new neural pathways through repetition. The more you repeat positive self-talk, the stronger those pathways become until they are your natural default. Over time, the negative voice that once controlled you gets weaker, and the positive, unstoppable voice takes over. Another key to mastering self-talk is visualization. When you combine powerful words with mental images of success, you supercharge your mindset. If you tell yourself, I am strong, and picture yourself overcoming challenges, your brain begins to act as though it has already experienced victory. This builds confidence and prepares you mentally to face real challenges with courage. Successful athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders use this technique daily because they know that winning starts in the mind before it happens in reality. Discipline also means refusing to give space to destructive self-talk. That requires persistence. You can't stop the negative voice from appearing, but you can stop it from controlling you. Imagine it as a radio station. You don't have to keep listening. Change the channel. Choose the voice that lifts you instead of the one that tears you down. Each time you do this, you strengthen your mental muscles. Just like physical exercise, the more you practice, the stronger you become. In the end, mental discipline through self-talk is about reclaiming control of your inner world. Life will throw challenges at you, people will criticize you, and obstacles will test you. But none of those things can defeat you unless your own mind turns against you. When your self-talk is disciplined, you become unshakable. You face fear with courage, you rise after setbacks, and you keep moving forward even when the odds are stacked against you. An unstoppable mindset begins with mastering the words you say to yourself, because those words create the beliefs, the energy, and the drive that determine everything else. If you want to be unstoppable, speak like it, think like it, and eventually, you will live like it. Embrace challenges as opportunities. One of the greatest secrets of building an unstoppable mindset is learning to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities. Most people fear difficulty. They see obstacles as roadblocks, as signs that they are not capable, or as proof that life is unfair. Because of this mindset, they shrink back, avoid risk, and quit when things get hard. But the truth is, challenges are not here to destroy you. They are here to shape you. Every challenge you face is an invitation to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. If you avoid challenges, you avoid growth. But if you embrace them, you unlock a level of strength within yourself that you never knew existed. Think about the people you admire most, the leaders, inventors, entrepreneurs, athletes, and visionaries who changed the world. None of them got there by living a life of ease. They all faced massive challenges: rejection, failure, setbacks, criticism, and even personal doubts. But instead of letting those challenges stop them, they used them as stepping stones. Thomas Edison faced thousands of failed attempts before inventing the bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team before becoming one of the greatest athletes of all time. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television before building an empire that inspired millions. What made them unstoppable wasn't the absence of challenges. It was their willingness to embrace those challenges and turn them into fuel for success. When you shift your mindset to see challenges as opportunities, everything changes. Suddenly, failure is no longer final. It's feedback. Rejection is no longer a dead end, it's redirection. Obstacles are no longer walls, they're training grounds. Each challenge forces you to think differently, act more creatively, and develop skills you never would have built otherwise. Challenges expose your weaknesses, but in doing so, they give you the chance to strengthen them. They test your patience, discipline, and persistence, but they also give you the opportunity to prove to yourself that you are stronger than you think. Without challenges, there can be no growth. Without resistance, there can be no strength. Just like muscles need weight to grow, your mind needs challenges to become unstoppable. The practice here is daily perspective. When life presents you with difficulty, ask yourself a new question. Instead of saying, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Instead of saying, this is too hard, ask, how can I use this to get better? These small shifts in self-talk transform frustration into motivation. They turn what feels like a curse into a blessing in disguise. You begin to understand that every problem is a puzzle, every setback a setup for a comeback, and every obstacle a chance to rise higher. This isn't about toxic positivity. It's about training your brain to look beyond the pain and see the possibility. Another benefit of embracing challenges is the confidence it creates. Each time you face something difficult and overcome it, your self-belief grows. You begin to trust yourself more deeply. You start saying, if I got through that, I can get through this too. Confidence doesn't come from avoiding hard things. It comes from surviving them. The more challenges you embrace, the more unstoppable you become. Over time, you stop fearing difficulty altogether because you know that whatever comes your way, you'll grow through it. Ultimately, challenges are life's way of preparing you for the next level. They are not there to punish you, but to promote you. Every great achievement in history was born out of someone's willingness to endure difficulty and find the opportunity. So the next time you face a challenge, don't run from it. Run toward it. Welcome it as a chance to rise, to sharpen your skills, and to prove to yourself that you have what it takes. When you embrace challenges with this mindset, you stop being a victim of circumstances and start becoming the master of them. That is what makes you unstoppable. End your day with reflection and gratitude. How you close your day is just as important as how you start it. Most people go to bed carrying stress, regrets, and unfinished thoughts, and then they wonder why they wake up feeling drained and unmotivated. The truth is, the way you end your day programs your mind for the next one. If you want to build an unstoppable mindset, you must create a daily practice of reflection and gratitude before you sleep. This isn't about writing a long essay or doing something complicated. It's about pausing, looking back, and choosing what to carry with you into tomorrow. Reflection gives you wisdom, and gratitude gives you peace. Together, they form the mental reset button that keeps your mindset strong, and Focus.Reflection is about learning from your day instead of rushing through. Each day holds valuable lessons, but if you don't stop to notice them, you miss out on opportunities to grow. By taking a few minutes at the end of the day to ask yourself questions like, what did I do well today? What could I improve? What did I learn? You begin to sharpen your awareness. Reflection transforms mistakes into lessons, struggles into insights, and small wins into motivation. Instead of letting the day slip away, you capture its wisdom and carry it forward. Over time, this habit trains your brain to focus on progress rather than perfection. It helps you see that even on hard days, you are still moving forward, still learning, and still growing into the unstoppable person you want to become. Gratitude, on the other hand, is the secret weapon of an unshakable mind. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what's missing to what's present, from what went wrong to what went right. It is impossible to be consumed by negativity and grateful at the same time. Uh, Gratitude rewires your brain to notice abundance instead of lack, hope instead of despair, and opportunity instead of obstacles. This is why so many successful people keep a gratitude journal. They know that by ending their day with thankfulness, they program their subconscious mind to stay positive even while they sleep. Whether you write down 3 things you're grateful for, say them out loud, or simply think about them before bed, this practice fills your mind with peace and contentment. It strengthens your resilience, because when you are grateful for what you have, no challenge can make you feel empty. Ending your day with reflection and gratitude also improves the quality of your rest. Instead of going to bed with stress and scattered thoughts, you go to bed with clarity and calm. A peaceful mind leads to better sleep, and better sleep leads to better energy, focus, and creativity the next day. This cycle becomes a powerful tool for momentum. You start each morning fresh because you ended the night with closure. You wake up lighter because you let go of the weight of yesterday. And when this becomes a daily ritual, you build a mindset that cannot be easily shaken. The unstoppable mindset is not about pretending every day is perfect. It's about facing each day honestly, learning from it, and being grateful for it. Reflection gives you perspective. Gratitude gives you power. Together they turn ordinary nights into powerful opportunities. So before you close your eyes tonight, don't just crash into bed. Take a few minutes to reflect, to give thanks, and to reset. Over weeks, months, and years, this simple act becomes one of the greatest investments in your mental strength. Because in the end, it's not just how you start your day that matters, but also how you finish it. Finish with wisdom, finish with gratitude, and you will wake up ready to live like someone truly unstoppable.